Pickin' in the kitchen with southern skies. If you like your music southern fried, well, put a smile on your face, bring a tear to your eye. Pickin' in the kitchen with southern skies. A little cooking and a pickin' with southern skies.
Welcome to Pickin' in the Kitchen. This is episode 2.
Dose.
We made it through the first one. We survived the first one, so we come back for the second one. That song we just played there was Gold Rush, and I'd like to do that hopefully for our buddy out in Oklahoma, who Byron Berline, who had the Double Stop Fiddle Shop out there, and he was a fine fiddle player. He wrote that tune, and he's still a great fiddle player as well. Played for Bill Monroe, and so send that out to him. And his Double Stop Fiddle Shop just burned down. I don't know if you guys saw online, which was a terrible thing. He was blessed to get a few. He got his Lloyd Lore and a few other instruments out, but sort of lost his business and a whole lot of history and lots of years of memories and that kind of stuff. So, but I'm sure he's going to keep on going and doing fine. But send that out to Byron. So,
cool.
Miss Mandy, what are we going to do today?
We are making my grandma Shirley's. Okay, I say pecan pie. I don't know what everybody else says.
What do you say?
Pecan.
Okay.
Pecan as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pecan.
High five.
I don't even know. I've said it so many different ways. Once you've lived in the South for a few years, you sort of, what do they say?
Pecan.
Pecan
Yeah.
or pecan. You got pecan,
Yeah.
pecan, pecan.
Yeah. Well, Pennsylvania Dutch
Whatever you
pecan
say.
phonetically
Leave a comment and tell us what you call it.
Yes.
How do you spell pecan? No, just
Yeah.
it's all spelled the same.
Phonetically, how do you say
Phonetically, yes.
Pecan.
Yes, exactly.
Yes,
We
we
wanted
teacher in you
Is
there.
it a long E or a short E? Which
That's
one?
right.
Yes.
Teacher Jenny, tell us.
Deep thoughts with Jenny Pickle.
Actually, it'd be
Okay.
long E both times. It would be the A that's short or long. Sorry.
Short, long.
And she's
long,
smart,
short,
too.
Short. It's like more
That's
straight.
great.
Yeah, nice. We also want to welcome. We didn't have Steve with us last time, but we want to welcome Mr. Steve Street here on the banjo. He's
Yay.
from
Round of applause.
Yeah. Say howdy ho, neighbor. Steve also plays in the wonderful Hot Rod Mule as well too.
Yes.
Yep. So they have a good old time, and we're glad that he's doing some picking with us too. We're gonna do some rehearsing later on today, and hopefully get Steve and Jenny doing some twin fiddles, and if we get Twist Adam's arm and he brings his lefty guitar, we can maybe do some triple fiddles for too long. So that would be pretty cool. So
I got it out, but the strings are 10 years old.
yeah, it just sounds vintage.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right. Well, very cool. Well, do you want to show us what
Sure.
what you're going to do there, Miss Mandy?
Okay, well, first thing I need to do, I'm going to grab my pie crust out of the fridge.
Oh, you did make homemade?
No, I didn't. And I don't think Grandma did either because she was cool like that. She didn't waste time on pie crust. But this was a staple for every Thanksgiving, Christmas dinner that I've had since I was a kid. And it's the best. I love it. I would eat this instead of turkey and dressing because it's so good.
I wouldn't go that far, but it's
I don't
good
know about
with
that.
all of it, I think.
Oh,
You
I
got to
would.
have all the above, I think.
Yeah, she was a great cook. She cooked huge meals. She was awesome. If she made a thing of soup and she had friends that were sick, she'd end up like toting the soup over to give them food. She was awesome.
Yeah.
But anyway,
And this is your mom's mom.
yes, this is my mom's mom. Right.
Shirley Seacrest.
Yes.
Shout
Shirley
out,
Seacrest.
shout out to all the effort of Seacrest from Bradford,
That's
Pennsylvania.
right. We have
Lancaster
to represent. That's right. So first thing I'm going to do is this recipe is actually for 1 deep dish pie or 2 regular pies. So I'm going to do 2 regular pies just because it goes farther and it's so sweet that by the time you eat one piece, if you had a deep dish pie, you're like, can't really finish the piece. So
Well, if it's not the deep dish, you can have 2 pieces then. You don't feel
That's right.
bad about it.
yeah. See, that's
Yeah.
my kind of calculation there. That's right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a cup of, you can use whole pecans if you want, or pecans, or you can use chopped, whatever you'd like. I'm using chopped because it's easier to eat when we're cutting and we're eating this. So I just put a cup in the bottom of each pie shell. I'm going to put a little bit more because, okay. So then what we do, I have 3 eggs, so you're going to beat these up. This is really easy because it's like 2 bowls and it's done. So it's great.
Nice.
Quick, quick, quick.
So easy. So easy. A bluegrass musician can do it,
That's right.
like myself.
So-
I'd still probably burn it though.
no, you wouldn't.
Maybe.
No, because he helped me with this, and I know he didn't burn pie before, so it's good.
There you go. I did something right.
That's right.
This week.
Married
At least
me.
one thing.
Woo! That's right.
That's right. That's all that matters.
So in this bowl, I have a stick of butter that I've melted, and it's cooled. Because if you add these eggs to the hot butter, you will have scrambled eggs in your bowl instead of
You will.
butter and eggs for your pie.
That'd be interesting.
Yes. So I'm going to put 3 eggs in there.
Pecan and quiche.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yum.
Oh.
Gonna
That's
put
a mashup we don't want to hear. Not my kind of mashup.
Yeah. I'm going to put a couple pinches of salt. Going to put 2/3 cup of sugar.
Or I can just stick my finger in it.
Oh, yes, you could.
Make it sweet.
Now, sorry about that, folks. It's a little hard to open up.
That's those bass muscles sticking in.
That's right.
That's right.
That's it.
You might want to talk while this fills this cup up because it takes a while.
Oh, isn't that sweet?
Look at that. All right.
So how about that weather, right?
That's right. So this is a whole cup of corn syrup. I use light corn syrup. That's what her recipe called for. If you use dark corn syrup, it will be a darker color pie, but we're using what she had on her recipe
Now,
card.
a shoe fly pie, does that have the same kind of guts to it, or is that a different kind of?
That has molasses, I think, in it. I don't know.
It
I
seems
never made
sort
shoe
of-
fly
seems
pie.
sort of
I
the same
eat it,
kind
but I don't make them.
Sort of the same
Yeah.
kind of thing. I don't know.
I've
Same
never
kind
had that.
of squishy. You never had a shoe fly
Nope.
pie? Yeah.
Mm-mm.
That's definitely a Lancaster can.
Definitely.
You've had. Yeah. You have that.
Not a whole
Steve,
lot, but I have.
Steve lives in Lancaster County, so we'll pray for him. That's all right. Mandy grew up.
Hey, now, I know.
That was always the thing we were dating. Oh my gosh, I got all the bad lip about York County, PA versus Lancaster County, PA. It's a very, yeah. It's just sort
Ages
sort
old
of a
rivalry.
My dad used to say
War
when
of
you
the
cross
Roses,
the
right?
river,
Yeah.
like on 30, when you crossed the river and went from Lancaster into York, your brain cells started to
Which is
leave your
probably
body.
true. You were smarter when we were out here. No, I'm just kidding. Ah.
No comment. Well, no. So I'm going to put a teaspoon of vanilla in here too. And then I stir. And that's pretty much the gooey part of the pie. You just want to make sure it's well incorporated.
Now, let's say just by chance, if you had a member of the band that like had like a nut allergy and was vegetarian or something like
Theoretically.
I'm just saying if that was possible. I don't presume.
Well,
but
yes. Well, we have one in our band, and so Troy was like, what can we do? So Troy looked up some things online, and we found a recipe that calls for pretzels. You use a cup of crushed pretzels instead of a cup of pecans in your pie. So we made one, and we're going to debut it, and we're going to see what it tastes like.
Ed's like, I'm going to debut this on camera. That's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah. Well,
Like
we did
I-
the chocolate gravy. That worked out okay.
Pretzels
Yeah,
are like the
it's
only
great.
thing I can eat, so
Except
you know,
pretzels. It's perfect.
It's good.
You're not.
We'll see if
don't
they make you
vegan.
thirsty.
Yeah.
Who's going to say,
Give me a
can
couple glasses.
I, who's going to say, can I have a
Pretzels.
pretzel?
I'm just allergic to pretzels, so we're all.
You had one
Oh
more
my gosh.
This pecan pie.
Yeah.
Make me thirsty.
Thursday.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Lord.
So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to evenly distribute this wonderful, sweet awesomeness over these pies.
I like that awesomeness.
Yes. And what it'll do, it'll naturally float your pecan pieces where they're spread out evenly when you have the pie full. So you don't even have to like move them around much. They just kind of do their own thing.
And they rise to the top, is that
Yep.
right?
And then they're covered with this wonderful sweetness, and they get like a praline like crunch on top. So it's good.
Very cool.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
you said that's sort of your grandma's special thing. What made it sort of special is almost like a praline
Yeah.
Yeah,
on
it was
top because it's
very
not
yummy.
just-
Oh,
So
yeah.
I think some people just do they put them on at the end or not?
Some people pour the mixture in the pie first, and then they take the pieces and arrange them on top.
Right.
But I do it this way because it gets crunchy on top and yummy. So,
Yeah. Lots of goodness.
so we preheated our oven to 350. So these go in for 50 minutes, and you'll know they're done because number one, the house will smell really, really good, and two, when you take a toothpick and just put it in, you won't have any of the gooiness come out anymore of the syrup. It'll be like solidified. So then you'll know it's done.
Very cool.
So I'm gonna put these in, but by the power of TV, I already have
Oh my
pies
gosh, what are
done.
the chances?
Look at that. We're gonna stick these in here.
Well, you want to pick one before we, while those are in the,
Oven.
those are in the oven.
That's right.
We'll play a
Sure.
song. How's that? Yeah.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Okay. You all good there?
I'm
Grab
good.
Your base, hands free.
Yeah, I don't want to burn in the oven. You know.
That's right. Exactly. I almost did last night. But
That's why I said you
it's a
help.
good thing. Well, I wanted to do a song off the album because Grandma Shirley, we're trying to think of songs. I sort of had another one picked out, but I'm trying to think of something a little more appropriate in sort of her honor because she's a super sweet lady. I think that's where Manny gets all her good cooking from.
No.
And her sunny personality. She was a sunny lady, and she really kept her family together too. You
She
know,
was the
that's-
force,
she-
yeah.
I think
She
most
really
people's
was.
grandparents are the matriarchs of their families,
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing. And so there's a song on the album called "Keeping Things Together" that I wrote for Miss Helen, our neighbor who lives just next street over, but was talking about her family. But this I think this applies to Grandma Shirley too. So you guys want to do "Keeping Things Together"?
Sure.
She's just an old lady standing out in the rain. Everybody knows her, but nobody knows her name. She walks to work each day to keep the wolves at bay.
That's
Yeah.
actually just looking.
Fresh out of the gate. That's all
Sounds
right.
really good. So send that out to Miss Helen too. She might be watching too. I think she might.
She might be walking around. It's
She
nice
might
out
be
today.
outside.
You never
I
know.
don't know, but we'll send that out to her and Grandma Shirley too. So.
All right.
Boy, I can smell that.
Wow, it
You
smells
smell
so
it?
good.
You smell it?
Oh,
Smell
gosh.
it? Oh, Lord. By the magic of YouTube.
Yay.
Yes, exactly.
All right.
So
Well,
what you got over there? Why don't you,
Can I help you, Mandy?
if you'd like, you
Okay.
can. You
Goodness,
wanna
Yep. I will.
yeah,
do this?
set it going. Yeah, you got it. Nice. I'll,
If you want to cut the pretzel one,
Oh yeah.
I will cut the other one.
oh,
Or do you want us to go at the table, sir?
Everybody.
I guess not. He's good.
Okay.
We'll just do it here.
Why don't you bring one of those over here and stick it in the camera and show everybody what it looks like.
All right. I only made one cut, so it looks.
Okay. So, what do you think there?
There you go. See? Praline top.
Ooh.
Yum yum. No calories or fat.
Right, exactly. What does Adams look like?
Oh, here it comes.
Here comes the smoke
Oh,
smell.
yeah.
Where,
Over, Jen.
where do I go?
Right there. Put it right there.
Look at that.
Ooh.
It's not symmetrical, which bothers me, so I need to
Ah.
That's the teacher in
Yes,
you.
indeed. Yeah.
That's right. Okay.
I'm making a mess over here.
That's all right.
Oh my goodness.
That means we're cooking if we're making it.
Yes, exactly.
All right.
That's when it's best.
So who wants the pecan one?
Oh, I want pecan.
Okay.
How about you? Pecan.
Pecan, pecan.
Lancaster County would be Pecan, right? That's the way Grandma Shirley would say it.
Yeah.
You want some
You
pecan
want the
pie?
pretzel one?
Yeah.
Can I just serve it with this fork?
It'd be entertaining if we gave
Absolutely.
you the other one, though.
Oh, let's
Oh.
not go there.
That's a whole other episode.
Could
You want
give me
this to
Mr.
go
Steve's-
viral.
Trade him Mr. Steve's plate.
anaphylactic shock.
I'm
You
also
can see
gonna
how
try
well my
this
husband
pretzel
listens to me.
Yeah.
Situation. This looks good.
I don't know. I might have
But
to
my
have one of the
cutting
pretzel to
skills-
try
Oh,
that.
Oh yeah,
He wants
just to
one
try.
each.
I
You
think.
want to try
Yeah.
both, Steve
Yeah,
Street?
forks
Might as
for
well.
And that's fine.
That's
I'm
yours?
just using this
Oh, man.
fork, Adam. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
All
I
right.
might try that afterwards. I think.
Yeah, that's my second piece.
It does smell good. You can smell. it.
Can I get you a
I don't know. I
chair?
think the
I'm
pretzel's
just gonna
really It's got a
scoop
little
this
little
over.
bit salty going on and sweet.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay.
And sit with these pretty people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Scoot on around. to it.
Yeah, come closer.
All right.
They want to
This is
see
like
you.
a family right
Aw.
here.
I don't smell bad. I
so
smell really
sweet.
good. So,
Okay.
let's do cheers.
Grandma's.
All right.
Grandma's pecan
Cheers.
pie.
Cheers. Cheers.
Get on in
There
here,
it is.
May the
Steve.
forks be with you.
Ah!
We didn't write that.
I'll be here all week trying the pecan
That's right.
I dig it.
Digging it?
Yeah.
All right.
Very good.
Pecan pie is really good.
Not as good as grandma's, but it'll work.
You want a piece? We said we get smell-o-vision down, we'll be in
Yeah.
good shape.
So good.
Mm-hmm.
Another
Very good.
success.
Well done.
Show number 2
Woo!
in the books.
Dose.
Thank you all for watching. Subscribe. There's a subscribe button down there.
Right
Trust me,
around
there's
here?
one.
Right
Yeah,
around
right
here.
around Mandy.
Right
There's
around
a
here.
subscribe button. So you should subscribe to us. Say hi. Come see us on TroyEngle.com. We're using our lovely Ear Trumpet Labs microphone. Anybody else
Have
anything good
you
stuff to
let
say?
them know where we're going to be next?
Well, we got a lot of shows. Check out TroyEngle.com.
Oh, you're on 'em. Okay.
You can see where we're playing at. We're going to be at Worley's Auction in Glen Rock coming up real soon too. So
Yeah.
keeping things in Glen Rock together.
That's right.
There you go. For Mandy Engle, Smiling Jenny Pickle, Adam Kruzik,
Lefty.
Mr. Steve Street, we got Lefty, Mr. Troy Engle.
He's the muscle. That's his
right.
name, Muscle.
Yes.
He's
Yeah.
too busy eating
I
his
think
pie.
we're call you the Tower. How's
Pay
that?
attention.
Tower work. I think that'd be great. Thank you all
All
for
right.
Bye.
checking us out. We'll see you next
Your
time.
face bring a tear to your eye, picking in the kitchen with southern skies, a little cooking and a picking with southern skies.